morning. So it is very much a long time no see because I haven't been on here since 2023. As if you follow my Instagram, you'll know we had some issues with Cookie. He was in lip hook and he was very, very poorly. He came home and we basically retired him and then brought him back into work at the end of 2023, and he came back amazing, so much better than anyone thought, and he was out eventing again in 2024. So I wanted to start my YouTube again to document this journey. It's basically going to be Cookie's journey to badminton grassroots because he qualified for this year. So the first vlog today is going to be us going to an unaffiliated dressage competition, literally 30 minutes hack from us because we don't have a lorry, so we do hack down there. So I will vlog today and see how it goes. Hopefully it's okay. I am cringing at myself doing these videos, but I really wanted to share these memories with you and keep them for myself as well. So at the minute, Cookie is just eating his breakfast, not looking like he's ready to go to dressage. He lives out 24/7, so he's very muddy. He's got himself in a bit of a tangle at the minute. he's tangled his head up, so I'll go and sort him. But yeah, so I'll video this morning. I've got lovely Tyler coming from Main Focus Photography, who I'm working with this year. She will get some really nice footage with her big camera. I don't know the technical name of her camera, but it's an amazing camera, so I'm really excited to share that with you. So I hope you enjoy this vlog. So this is what we're working with. He's not too bad because he's obviously rugged up to his eyeballs. Ignore the rugs, they've slipped overnight, so I have to sort them. He does have muddy hocks. He is going to be clipped again soon, but I'm waiting for him to have the dentist because he has to be sedated for the dentist, don't you? And then I can get his face off because, as you can see, he doesn't like that being done. But luckily it's only unaffiliated, so hopefully the judges won't be looking at his dodgy face. Right, let's get you cleaned up. So here you can see Cookie running around the fields. I basically tried to put his bridle on just as his friends got back from a show, so he got himself all a bit overwhelmed and overexcited. I mean, he can be a little bit of a thug at the best of times to tack up, but today was one of his worst. He has never run down to the fields before, but he did this before I had chance to get his bit in. We were then unfortunately running 20 minutes late by the time I then caught him and got him tacked up, but we did make it on time. We made it by the skin of our teeth.
This one, Laura, there. You'll follow her. And is the okay, so she's the next person? Yes.
Okay, so I thought I would attempt to do a voiceover of my dressage test. You'll have to bear with me, I've never done one of these before. But it was a positive start. We got an 8 for our first centre line with the comment very straight. I do remember riding in thinking he felt really forward, really eager, so I was smiling on that first centre line because I was really pleased with how active the trot was on the way down. And then we got a 7 for this 20-metre circle at E. There was no comment from the judge, but I think it was just a respectable circle, really. There was nothing to reflect on. And then here we did half 10-metre circles to X and then another one to B. Again, he got a 7. I think he was a little bit wobbly in his head carriage there, if I'm being really picky. But I think, again, that's rider error with me then thinking too much about that walk transition in the corner. We got a 6.5 for that walk, which was definitely fair enough. He did come slightly above the contact, and I think I rushed the transition. And the same with that canter transition over X. He actually got a 7 for that, but I do think I rushed it slightly, and there was room for improvement for that one. We then had a medium canter down the long side, and he scored 6 with the comment above bit. And you can see that he did come above the bit and across the diagonal. He did slightly come above the bit. However, we got a 7 for that transition down in the corner with good transition. So I was pleased with that, and I tried to get it as close to K as possible. It's actually quite good practice because in the badminton test we do have a transition to trot just before the letter from going across the diagonal, so it's definitely good to get some feedback for that. So we did the medium trot across the diagonal a minute ago, and he got a 6.5 for that with well tried. You can tell he does definitely move that bit more forward, but again, he's only 14.2, so to get good ground cover with him is a little bit tricky and show that clear difference, but he did definitely try. So I do agree with the judge there. And then unsteady head, we got a 6.5 with obviously that comment unsteady head for that circle, and I do agree with that. I think, again, I was just trying to push him out of his natural rhythm there. To me, I thought he felt a little bit lazy, but he doesn't look lazy at all. So it just goes to show it always feels worse than it actually looks, because we do have a few issues with him going a little bit behind the leg in the arena. However, he doesn't look like that at all. So I think I was just pushing him out of his rhythm, which then caused that sort of lack of balance and the unsteadiness of his head. So skipped a few movements there, but he was getting sevens mainly. But the medium canter down that long side, he actually got a 7 for that. So I was really pleased with that. Again, the comment, more ground cover. He does have a good little gallop in there, so we do need to try and get that in the arena and really push him forward, but he's not done medium work very often, so I was pleased with how he tried. We got a 7.5 for that medium trot that we just did, and I'm gutted the video isn't from the other side because I really did feel him lift on that one. So for a 7.5, I was super pleased with that. The free walk, he starts stretching on that second half a bit more. The first half he was sort of tight in his neck and not really stretching down into the contact in the rein. But the second half was better and he scored a 7 with nice steps and more stretch needed. And then here we are going down the centre line to finish. And he was a bit fidgety with his final halt, but he did still score a 7.5 and had big pats and a cuddle because I was really pleased with how he went. Okay, so we're doing guess the score. It's really close because I'm really embarrassed as there's loads of people. Right, Mum, what's your predictions?
68.2.
Mum's going 68.2. Dan? What? 69.3 from Dan. And then Tyler, what are you going for?
I'll go for a 68.6.
68.6. I'm not guessing because I've just looked at my score. So scores on the doors, 70%.
Wow! Well done.
And he's currently in first.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so we're
Amazing.
really happy with that.
Yeah, Cookie's very happy. And that
Oh, he needs to go home. We need to hack him home. Okay, so we're now home from our dressage. We did novice test 2 2024 and Cookie was amazing. So he got 70%, which I think is a personal best. I'd have to check, but we're really happy with that. He's currently in second. He held on to first for quite a while, but has been pushed down to second now. I think there's 2 left to go. but his canter work was really good. The left rein was a lot better, which was his second canter, and I was really pleased with that medium canter. He really extended into it. His free walk, the second half, was really good, and he actually stretched down a lot, which he does struggle with sometimes. And his medium trots, they could have been better, but he tried, which is the main thing. Good boy. So I'm really pleased. Normally we have an issue that he can be a bit backwards when he goes into the dressage boards, and I have to nag him a lot with my leg, but that wasn't the case today. He was definitely more forward than normal, even after his antics before we went, which I'll put some videos in that Tyler got of him running off into the abyss on his own. Yeah, you're grumpy. But I'll leave him to it now because he doesn't like it when you're near him when he's eating. And I'll update you when we've gone to collect his rosette from Parwood. So it was a good day.